Hey guys, a bit of a different video here. I'm not going to be playing any decks. I'm not going to be brewing any decks. I just wanted to, now that we've reached top mythic in Alchemy exclusively, if you look through the channel, I've pretty much only released Alchemy content. I was super stoked on Alchemy when it first came out. It's still a fun format, but I feel now that we've gotten up there in the ranks and we've really examined the metagame and everything like that, we're free to pass judgment at this point in time, shall we say. So basically, I'm going to be asking a simple question. Is alchemy shit? The answer is yes, so you can shut off the video now. I'm just fucking with you. The short answer is kinda. It's kinda shit, right? I'm not going to go into Wizards of the Coast being predatory in their business model. To that, I say, yeah, no shit. Of course they are. They're a multi-million-dollar business in the capitalist Western world. Of course they are predatory. Of course they want to take your money. Of course they're encroaching on historic. All of those things are 100% true, and I condemn all of them. Where I come from with wanting to play alchemy is that I'm a brewer. I love brewing new decks. I love showing them off, and I'm highly competitive. I like to compete with my own ideas, essentially. So when Alchemy was announced, I thought, well, fuck yeah, man, that's cool because I get some new cards to play with. On top of which, it's just a new format, new parameters. You know, I like that sort of thing. Having Elrond's Epiphany out was a big thing for me just because I felt like it stifled my design space a little bit too much. When I was thinking of brewing a deck, it was always, well, can it beat Elrond's? And if the answer is no, then the deck can't exist, really, if you want it to be competitive, anyways. So Alchemy opened up the door for me, and I thought, just like when any new set comes out, I'm super stoked on it. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on these cards and play with them, yada yada yada. Well, it's a brewer's dream. Every set release is a brewer's dream. Alchemy was my dream. I was super happy about it. Now, fast forward to a month later. I've only been doing YouTube for a month. All of my content has been Alchemy. Now I'm starting to see the cracks in the design space. The design space is what I'm going to be talking about here. The design of the cards. As you can see, I have two columns beside me. The first column here are cards that I feel are design-wise okay. Now, I'm not talking about their converted mana cost, or are they fair? Divine Purge, for instance, should this be 3 mana? Probably fuck no, right? That's stupid for 3 mana. Townraiser Tyrant, should this be coming down turn 3? Because you're fearsome whelp, you happen to have it in your hand? No, absolutely not. It's way too fucking powerful. But from a design perspective, I don't see a problem with having a creature come down, target a land, and give you the option to sacrifice it. I don't care about having powerful shit in the format. I enjoy it. Should these be adjusted? Absolutely. And just for the record, I've only included cards here that actually see play in the meta for the most part. I'm not going to go over every single alchemy card. A lot of them are so underpowered they probably wouldn't even see play in standard. So I'm not going to do that shit. So in this column, I have cards that, although I feel they need tweaked, I feel they're okay. You know, they're all right for the meta. They're all right for an enjoyable experience when you log on. They're powerful, certainly, but they're not so high variance. There's always variance in card games when, you know, everything comes down to RNG in card games because it's the order that you draw your cards. To a certain extent, you're not going to get away from RNG in card games. That being said, I don't feel like you need to introduce more RNG to an already RNG heavy game. I used to play Hearthstone casually. I didn't stream it or anything like that. And the primary reason I quit that game was because the variance was so fucking stupid. The RNG was packed on so thick that it just wasn't really enjoyable anymore. I don't know if you guys played Hearthstone back in the day, but you get the turn 2 knife juggler, and anytime you would put a minion in play, he would randomly ping something with his little knives. And the game was decided by these stupid fucking knives wherever they went. And I feel like that is where the second column of these cards comes in. Cursebound Witch, a lot of the spellbook cards, Faithful Disciple, Inquisitor Captain, Key to the Archive. You know what? Inquisitor Captain is a maybe for me, and I'll discuss why later. But these three are fucking stupid. And Key to the Archives especially. And look, there it is. Approach of the Second Sun, right? To have this be able to draw Approach of the Second Sun completely randomly and end the game is, in my opinion, egregious. It's not fun to play against. Maybe it's fun to play with, but if you're alienating half of the match at every point, it's not a good design space to be in. Do I enjoy pulling Approach of the Second Sun when I drop my Key to the Archives? Absolutely. It fucking feels great. Do I enjoy getting my Cruel Reality off of my Cursebound Witch? Yes, I do. But my opponent certainly does not like it when I do that and turn a game that was completely unwinnable for me into one that's an instant win. I don't like when it happens to me. Can the format be fun? Yeah, if you're on the giving end, of course it can be. But I think just introducing an exorbitant amount of RNG into the game is bad for the game. In my opinion. For me, it's bad for the game. I like to brew and I like to be competitive, and adding extra layers of RNG kind of chips away at that competitive nature that I have, and it chips away at my brewing potential, because I always have to keep in my back pocket that, I should probably just slam Key to the Archives in this, because there's a chance that I just win the game. There's a 1 in 15 chance that I just win. So, I mean, having that sort of fuck you, I win button in the game it's part of the reason I left Alrund's Epiphany meta, right? And I don't know. Getting to Inquisitor Captain, I think, Collected Company isn't like, yes, it's RNG dependent to an extent, but Collected Company, at least you can whiff. Like, you can totally whiff on your Collected Company, hit nothing but fucking lands. It's possible. So having this guy, a Collected Company that never whiffs, is a bit of a fucking problem, I think. Maybe he just needs to be tuned a little higher, maybe like a 5 mana cost or something like that. I don't know. It's not, excuse me. It's not as crazy as the Key to the Archives or the Cursebound Witch or something like that. It's not that heavy of RNG, but it's another one of those ones that feels bad. It's like, okay, you were winning the game, but now I have 15 fucking Inquisitor Captains on the board because I drew Glasspool Mimic 5 times in a row, which is, because I can't fucking whiff. And, the chances of getting the Glasspool Mimic is probably not that high, but for some reason, they just always get the Glasspool Mimic 5 times in a row, right? I mean, let's be honest with ourselves here. Anyone that has really trudged through Alchemy knows what I'm talking about, and they know exactly the feeling you get when you're single-handedly winning a game and suddenly 500 Inquisitor Captains are down, and that's the end of the fucking game, right? Pretty similar to Approach of the Second Sun in that sense. It's just over. So to cap things off, is Alchemy a fun format? Did I enjoy it? Yes. Yeah, it can be fun. Am I going to avoid it in the future? No, probably not. When they release more new cards, when they introduce more balance changes, once again, I'll be excited to play because I'm a brewer and I want to work within that design space. But as an honest critique, these cards are fucking trash. I don't think they belong in Magic. There's a reason why I stopped playing Hearthstone, and it's not because of this beautiful UI that Wizards of the Coast has put up. Look, Hearthstone's prettier than this game. It's got a better UI. If I want to play Hearthstone, then I will go play Hearthstone. I'm pretty sure it's cheaper to play too. So, you know, Alchemy doesn't really have a lot going for it if this is the kind of design that they're going to introduce. It doesn't feel exactly like I'm playing Magic the Gathering at times. It feels like I'm playing Hearthstone. And if you want to design digital cards, I think this left column is the way to do it. And you'll notice that a lot of these cards could just be played in paper. I mean, other than the like this, you would have to take your opponent's word for it, which one they actually fucking reduce the cost of. But I'm sure there's some kind of workaround you could do. And these ones absolutely would be ridiculous to play in paper. They went too far fucking digital on this, and I personally, I just hate it. I hate this whole thing right here. I will be playing Alchemy in the future, but I'm going to try to brew some original decks for Standard, and I hope for some balance changes in Alchemy to kind of reignite that spark in me. I realize I'm a very small YouTuber, and none of that fucking matters to you guys, but losing your drive to really play a new format and things getting very stale when the whole idea of the format was to keep things fresh is it's a shitty feeling. It's crap. You have to try and force yourself to make these videos. I actually had a video I was going to release of me hitting top 100 Mythic, and then I was like, I don't have the will to do it, but I do have the will after losing to Approach of the Second Sun for the 15th time today to make a video shamelessly bitching about it. So that's it. Alchemy needs a little bit of work, I would say. Definitely needs some fine tuning. I really hope that they don't go further into this direction. I hope that this is the last we see of these kind of cards. But, you know, I genuinely doubt it. So that's my review. 1 month in, 1 month of the channel, 1 month in Alchemy, and that's it. Have a good night.